Bowling Green State University in Ohio. My major is exercise science, and I am originally from Columbus, Ohio, and I plan to go to grad school to pursue prosthetics and orthotics. Okay. Limb loss can seriously impact the person's ability to move, live independently, and feel confident in their. Oh, wait. Sorry, y'all. Skip slides. Anyway, let me start. Limb loss can seriously impact the person's ability to move, live independently, and feel confident in their body. Most amputees are fitted with a socket prosthesis, but these can lead to discomfort, poor fit, and skin issues. Osseointegration is a newer approach that anchors the prosthetic limb directly to the bone, potentially offering better outcomes. My research explores how this method compares to traditional socket prosthesis in terms of recovery and patient experience. Now you're probably wondering, why does she care about osseointegration and why does she want to learn about this? So I myself do have a disability. I have lupus. You can't really tell unless I tell you that. So I do like to focus my research on things that I want people to learn more about. Osseointegration is not really a studied field, even in prosthetics, just because I'll tell you later. But it's not really studied much. So I just want to teach people about it, and hopefully you guys will like what I have to say. So my research investigates how patients recover after undergoing osseointegration, especially in comparison to those who use traditional socket prosthesis. I focus on surgical procedures, rehabilitation timelines, and how the prosthetic is used over time. So for my research questions, I was studying how the recovery timeline associated with osseointegration is beneficial for patients compared to the traditional socket prosthesis, and how do patient outcomes, including mobility, comfort, and complications, differ between the two approaches. So for my methodology, I conducted a comprehensive literature review of clinical and case studies focusing on both physical recovery and patient-reported outcomes. Most of the studies came from European countries such as Sweden and Germany, where osseointegration is more common. I also shadowed a prosthetist in Perrysburg, Ohio, to get a first-hand insight into how the process is and how patients view the recovery. Here are some examples if anybody does not know what osseointegration looks like. So a traditional prosthetic, it will go over the skin, and then osseointegration is when they implant it into the bone. So it's a lot more stable and offers a better connection versus a traditional prosthetic. So several key studies support the benefits of osseointegration. For example, Brandmark and colleagues tracked patients for 5 years and found major improvements in wear time, comfort, and function with the OPRA implants. Another study by Prosbite showed osseointegration users had fewer prosthesis-related problems. Walter emphasized the importance of personalized rehab plans, and Al Meredith reported success using osseointegration after patients failed with socket systems. Together, these studies highlight both the potential and the complexity of this approach. So, for my preliminary findings, my initial research strongly supports the benefits of osseointegration, especially for patients who struggle with traditional socket prosthesis. Many report improved mobility, fewer skin problems, and greater satisfaction with their prosthetic limbs. For example, in a 5-year study using the OPR system, patients experienced a 92% fixture survival rate and major improvements in wear time, functional mobility, and quality of life. Psychologically, patients often reported increased confidence, improved body image, and a sense of restored independence, especially after years of discomfort or failure with socket systems. Osseointegration also provides a more stable and natural gait since the prosthesis is anchored directly to the bone, allowing energy to transfer more efficiently during walking. However, these benefits come with significant risks. Deep infections and mechanical failures are still a major problem, especially at the skin implant end surface, where where bacteria can easily enter. Additionally, without proper pacing and individualized rehabilitation, patients may experience implant loosening or even stress fractures. Despite these challenges, the evidence suggests that with the right patient selection and post-op care, osseointegration can be a transformative option for many amputees. Yeah. Despite its benefits, it's on the same slide. So for challenges, I kind of put it in this slide. I didn't make it a separate slide. But despite its benefits, osseointegration faces several important challenges to limit its broader adoption, especially in the United States. First, most of the clinical research comes from countries like Sweden, Germany, and Australia, places where the procedure is more established. This geographic bias makes it hard to apply the results directly to American healthcare systems, which differ in insurance coverage, rehab access, and surgical practices. Another major issue is lack of standardization. There are multiple implant systems like the OPRA and the press-fit systems, each with its own unique and surgical recovery timeline. That makes it difficult to compare patient outcomes or set clear rehabilitation guidelines. Patient selection is also a concern. While early studies excluded individuals with health conditions like diabetes or vascular disease, recent research suggests that some of these patients may still be good candidates if carefully monitored. Long-term data is another limitation. Many studies only follow patients for a few years, and risks like deep infections, mechanical failure, or revision surgeries tend to increase over time. Some research has reported revision-free survival rates as low as 45% at 5 years. Lastly, financial barriers are significant. Osseointegration procedures are expensive and rarely covered by insurance in the US, which limits patient access, slows down clinical adoption. These combined challenges highlight the need for more standardized protocols, long-term US studies, and policy changes to improve access to this promising technology. In conclusion, osseointegration has the potential to greatly improve life after amputation by reducing soft tissue problems, enhancing prosthetic control, and giving patients better mobility. While it's not without risk, especially infections, the early results are promising. More research is needed, especially in the US, to create standard recovery timelines and improve access. Understanding these recovery patterns will help clinicians set realistic expectations and make this life-changing treatment available to more people. And these are my sources.